known as KSM, in a controversial tweet, chided Ghanaian pastors for not foreseeing this shake-up in the banking sector. In his tweet, he expressed his surprise at how pastors are quick to predict the death of celebrities, yet fail to foresee possible fold-ups of the banks. His tweet read, and I quote, "Just notice that God does not give the prophet any info about banks. I'm shocked none of them saw this banking collapse." That's the bank collapse coming. Now, evidently, God is more concerned about when celebrities would die. Asemo. And now this has generated some controversy as some pastors have openly criticized him for this tweet. Some said even though they foresaw the shakeups in the banking sector, KSM insistently went public to criticize them. Now, staying a while longer on this story, a viral video on social media shows a pastor prophesied about the shakeup in the banking sector. Let's take a look at this.
I see banking institutions joining. In 2018, others will collapse and some will join some. There is people coming, they are uniting, institutions are uniting, nations are uniting. And these things are coming to serve as what Jesus said. A pope said the coming of the Savior is close.
So the man of God you just saw in that video is here in the studio, Reverend Isaac Ofori. He is with Overcomers Breed International. Good afternoon, Reverend, and thanks for agreeing to speak with us.
Good afternoon.
Now, when exactly did you have this prophecy?
31st December 2017.
And what did you do about it, aside what we just watched? What happened thereafter?
Well, we put it on YouTube. And of course, church has many relations, and so people were able to forward the message. But you know, if you're a young church, nobody listens to you. If it had come from a major pastor or a mega church, it would be taken with all seriousness. So God is concerned about every aspect of this country.
Is it the bit about being a smaller church, or is it a bit about being a man of God prophesying this and it not being taken seriously?
The issue is two. It's either side. Could be a man of God prophesying, it was not taken seriously. And if he had come also from a mega pastor, the way they will handle it is different.
Now, this issue about banks not putting their house in order has come up over and over again. And for some, they believe that it's not a spiritual problem. It's just that they haven't done right. That is why we're here. And that's why we find ourselves in this position. What do you make of that?
I partly agree, because to stick to one side of the case is unfair. God is concerned about government. God is concerned about finances. God is the originator of money. And he can show us how to appropriately distribute this money. And so there is a spiritual component of it. God will not reveal anything about an issue if he has nothing to say about it. So there is a spiritual component to it.
No, so with what you've just seen, and what do we do? You've mentioned that God is concerned about all these things. What do we do going forward? And do you foresee more doom?
What we need to do is to pick God's view concerning money. You see, the view we have about money is not God's view. God's view about money is just like the ruler that went to Jesus and asked, "What shall I do to inherit eternal life?" He said, "Go, sell all you have, give it to the poor." So as far as God is concerned, his view about money is that those who have should give to those who do not have. Now, let's take that to our nation. The nation has money. Banking institutions have money. But what is their view? How do they see the money? Is the money used as a tool to help the poor? Or the money becomes a tool to rather amass wealth? And so God has an aspect about money. Not forgetting the end times, he said that perilous time will come. And men will be lovers of money. So people are lovers, banks are lovers of money. That is
but
why
the banks engage in a lot of corporate social responsibility. They help a lot of people. They go to schools. They help people in rural communities. So is that not exactly what you're talking about?
they do that, and which they must, because it's part of their policies. But the issue is that you go to the bank for a loan, and then you take 1,000, and you have to pay ×2 of what you took. So where is the help? Now, the help means that you are helping somebody stand on their feet. The same money you have taken becomes a problem because you are not able to pay. So the banks want money, the customers also want money. And though they cannot pay, they will still take it because they love the money.
All right. We're grateful for your time, Reverend Isaac Ofori. He is with Overcomers Breed International. You're still watching Midday Live. Let's move on to other stories. And tens